Start Raag whenever you're
Okay, so I heard about this protest through social media and other sources like friends and stuff. And the reason I'm here is because I think it is important to show solidarity against a state structure that continues to oppress not only minorities but goes out of its way to go ahead and have a certain kind of that legitimize certain kind of state-sponsored violence again through vigilante groups against various groups within our country. And I think that it is important for individuals to show solidarity through things like protest marches to basically show up and sort of through solidarity show outrage. I think it's important to show outrage as a citizen, and yeah, that's why I'm here.
So, what about the environment, or whatever you've seen of like the fact that this is a cultural protest and the fact that there are being performances being held and there's a lot of poetry being recited? So, how does that tie into the larger picture that's being painted of our history with communalism and the lynchings that have
So I
happened?
think that it's important to do this performances protest. I think that performances protest has always been very effective, and I think that it is not only showcases your usual rights of freedom of speech and all that other stuff, but also more importantly, it creates a dynamic wherein you are forced to engage through performance, which I think is not only important but essential because it allows, I mean, through performance, it instead of just it being regular speeches, performance allows for certain nuances to be debated and allows for a certain kind of engagement that I don't think regular speeches can. More importantly, through our history of communalism, I think that yes, while I think that fringe right-wing groups, I shouldn't call them fringe anyway, but right-wing groups currently have been waiting for this moment for a long time, and they finally have gained legitimacy in the eyes of a government to go ahead and allow for certain kinds of actions. I think that it is important to reclaim not only like domestic spaces but performance spaces, because we see slowly, not only like with the Ramjas protest and the conference, with the Ramjas conference being cancelled, not only are we seeing academic spaces being shut, but also with like certain plays being cancelled where certain Pakistani performers aren't allowed to perform in India. I think performance spaces also need to be reclaimed from what the right is trying to attempt to, what the right is attempting to basically erase all forms of dissent. And I think performance as dissent is essential to any functioning democracy.
And what do you think about the name of the protest?
So I have a problem with the name. I think "Not in My Name" is essentially problematic on several levels. Historically, it's been used by, I mean, it started off as a term used after 9/11 to sort of, for white Americans to clear their conscience as this war on terror is not in my name. While that itself is problematic, I think it's even more problematic use over here, because I think that this separation of Hinduism from Hindutva, what essentially this "Not in My Name" is attempting to do, or even if it is "This is not my India," I think it is important to engage with what that idea of India is, and also where Hindutva ideology gains its legitimacy through Hinduism. So things as small as like things as big as Dalit atrocities in Bastar are directly linked even to the way that we celebrate things like Durga Puja, considering that you are celebrating the overcoming of Mahisasur and other Asur icons that are necessarily always related to Dalit literature. Right? I think that "Not in My Name" is a very simple conscience clearing, which I don't think is wise to have a protest like this.
Cool.